So group 6, you've got 6
I'll
minutes.
just sing it. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible. Group 6, you've got 6 minutes.
Okay, sir.
I can't see anyone. I can't see anyone.
Good morning, everyone. I am Anup Adhikari, and today I'm here to talk about the cultural and intercultural difference between the Australia and other countries. Talking about the intercultural communication, it refers to the communication between person from two distinct cultures. People from various cultures develop common meaning via intercultural communication, which is a symbolic, interpretive, transactional, contextual process. Intercultural communication integrates the information exchange across varied cultures and social groups, including with several religious, social, ethnic, and educational background. It helps to access and understand the differences in how people from a variety of cultures act, communicate, and perceive the world around them. As culture has a crucial impact on how people conduct businesses, as cultural implications are very essential in succeeding in an international context. The major intention of intercultural communication is to form shared meanings among individuals of different cultures. Cultural difference helps to break down cultural barrier, build cultural connection, learning how to embrace the differences within the individuals. Now I'm going to call Ryan to continue the presentation.
Ryan.
And this group, can I suggest you put your screen full size?
Hello guys, I'm Ryan.
We can't see you, Ryan. Ryan.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
You're audible, but you're not
Can you see
visible. No.
I'm visible as well, I guess.
No, I can't see you, Ryan.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Can you check it again, please?
Still can't see you.
I'm here.
I believe you, but I can't see you. I can see Dave.
Wait, let's see. Right.
I can see Santosh.
Oh, okay, just
I can see Anup. But I can't see Ryan. It's nearly lunchtime. I'm getting hungry.
Am I visible now?
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah. So starting.
We're not disturbing you, are we, Ryan? We're not inconveniencing you. It looks like you have something else to do at the moment.
Actually, yes, but not as well.
All right, go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, so starting with the country profile of Australia, the power distance, I would like to explain the power distance first. This dimension deals with the fact that all of the individuals existing in the society are not equal, showing the attitude of culture towards the inequalities. Power distance is explained as an extent to which the less powered members of the society within a country assumes that the power is shared in an equal manner. Australia scores on this as 36 due to the established hierarchy where the senior managers are always available and reliable whenever needed. The second profile is individuality. This dimension refers to a degree of interdependence society maintains within members as they they are termed as a first person. Australia scores 90, showing a high individualist culture where people take of themselves within an immediate families. Sorry for that. Next slide, please. Next profile is masculinity. High score on this dimension represents that the society is driven by competition, accomplishment, and success in personal and professional lives. Australia scores 61 as it is considered as masculine society as the behavior of actions are based on the shared values. Next profile is uncertainty avoidance. Uncertainty avoidance has to do with the society responding to future uncertainty and situations. Australia scores intermediate 51 in this dimension as people are aware of unexpected situations. The next profile I'd like to explain is long-term orientation. This dimension explains how each society has to keep up with past, present, and future happenings as societies prioritize these goals in a distinct way. Australia scores 21 in this dimension, showing it has a normative culture. And the last profile I'm going to explain is indulgence. Indulgence is defined as an extent to which people try to control their desire and expectations. With a high score of 71, it can be clear that Australia is an indulgent country as they realize the importance to enjoy life in their own as they have fun and celebrations. That's my part, and I would like my friend to compare Australia and Croatia. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. In this figure, I'm going to describe my assigned country, and I discovered some cultural similarities and differences between Australia and, yeah, not that, yeah, Australia and Croatia. Based on the Austrian culture dimension theory, among all this ranking, we can see Australia individualism score highest rank and long-term orientation is in the lowest as compared to the Croatia. Likewise, Croatia uncertainty avoidance is the highest rank, and Croatia indulgence and individualism is in the lowest as compared to the Australia. Next slide, please. Yeah, here we can again see the graph ranking calculation between those two countries. After researching every comparison between those two countries in above graph, we received some information. At first, Australia and Croatia established formal diplomatic relations with Croatia announced independence from Yugoslavia in 1992. Australia opened its consulate in Croatia during the same year, and the two countries had remained on friendly terms since that time. Croatia has a power distance index, which suggests that people in Croatia had more power equality and were also justified in Croatian culture than in Australia. Therefore, Australian employees demanded more justice. In order for Croatia to attain cultural equality, the relations companies in Croatia maintain with their employees, respecting the norms of professional behavior, are rated higher by the business sector itself at the significance level of 10%. The perception of the business culture explored in the wider context of entrepreneurship development in Croatia. Because of the low level of entrepreneurial activity in Croatia, researchers and practitioners have identified obstacles of entrepreneurship development. Now it's time for David, man. Go on.
Thank you, Santosh. So hi, my name is David. Today I'm going to show the presentation between cultural difference and intercultural difference. Next slide, please. Anup. So as compared to Australia and Switzerland, the power distance was observed to 38 for Australia, whereas 34 was observed for Switzerland. In the case of individualism, it was observed 90 of Australia, whereas 68 for Switzerland. Similar for masculinity, it was observed 61 for Australia, whereas 70 for Switzerland. In the case of uncertainty, it was observed 51 for Australia, whereas 58 for Switzerland. In the case of long-term orientation, it was observed 21 for Australia, whereas 74 for Switzerland. Here for indulgency, it was observed 71 for Australia and 66 for Switzerland. And the next voice goes to Ryan. Thank you.
Good morning, Ryan.
Morning, sir. So I'm comparing cultural differences between Australia and Belgium. As per power distance, the power distance of Australia is 38, whereas Belgium is 65, and individualism of Australia is 90, whereas Belgium is 75, which is lower than Australia. And masculinity is kind of in same same as Australia is 61 and Belgium is 54. Uncertainty avoidance has a great difference as Australia has 51 and Belgium has 94. Long-term orientation also has a great difference between them as Australia has 21 and Belgium has 82. And indulgence, sorry, and indulgence of Australia is 71, whereas Belgium is 57. Next slide, please. So, as I've already told you, comparing Australia and Belgium, the power distance was observed 38 for Australia, whereas 65 was observed for Belgium, and individualism was observed 90 for Australia, whereas 75 for Belgium. Similarly, masculinity was observed 61 for Australia, whereas 54 for Belgium. Sorry. In the case of uncertainty, it was observed 51 for Australia, whereas 94 for Belgium. Long-term orientation for Australia was 21, whereas 82 for Belgium. And finally, indulgence was 71 for Australia and 57 for Belgium. And that's my part. I would like Anup to continue the presentation further. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Now I'm going to compare the cultural difference between the Australia and Brazil. First, talking about the similarities. Australia and Brazil are one of the powerful and renowned countries having strong economic structure with main exporters of agriculture products, minerals and energy. Brazil is around the same size as Australia. Being a global market, both have common interest for sharing food and resources, along with science and technology concentrated upon sustainable economic growth and stability. Both countries being upon drinking culture, warm weather and chill life. Wildlife is completely insane, whereas both countries are highly enthusiastic and passionate regarding sports. Now, talking about differences, uh, according to this graph, as compared to Australia and Brazil, the power distance was observed to 38 for Australia and 69 for Brazil. And in case of individualism, it was observed 90 for the Australia and 38 for Brazil. Similarly, for masculinity, it was observed 61 for Australia and 49 for Brazil. Similarly, in case of uncertainty avoidance, it was observed 51 for the Australia and 76 for Brazil. In case of long-term orientation, it was observed 21 for Australia and 44 for Brazil. And in last indulgence, it was observed 71 for Australia and 59 for the Belgium. Now I want to call my friend Santos to continue the presentation.
Slide, please. David.
No slide.
Recommendation. Yeah. Here is the recommendation.
My one is conclusion.
It's mine or yours?
Mine.
So say.
Yeah. So Santos. Are you doing it?
It's Santosh, yeah.
Yeah, Santosh.
Here is the recommendation.
Yeah, you
Improving personal communication. Australian employees will do extra efforts in developing effective communication while interacting with diverse culture. Once acknowledging each other expertise and conference can boost self-confidence and personally development of the workplace. Deliver diversity and inclusion goals. Australian workplace must include consulting and bespoke training to the employees so that intercultural employees can get enough counseling and guidance to act and behave. Conduct interaction and special sessions with diverse cultures. Businesses can conduct different refreshment and retreat programs where the employees can interact and know their fellow co-workers. This can be a great assistance to form a great team where every individuality, cultural differences, and perspective are respected and embraced upon resulting to high efficiency and profitability. Yeah, thank you. It's again time for you, David.
Thank you, Santosh. And
Yes.
this is our final part of presentation conclusion. This can be concluded that for avoiding intercultural conflict and misunderstanding, there should be a fair and clear approach to the people where they can freely express their opinions, views, perspective, thinking level to make good and efficiency discussion. Intercultural workplace can often be a great platform to generate innovative idea and concept, which can actually give the business to be more creative, visionary, and innovative as compared to other competitor. This this should be seriously considered and take upon for the future entrepreneur to come and dream of establishing successful business in the market. And thank you. Yeah, we finish our presentation, and thank you for the sir giving this opportunity.
No,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
Uh,
sir. Thank you, sir, and
Ryan,
everyone for giving your valuable
Ryan,
time to us.
yeah, Ryan, poor Ryan. All right, group one, please. Group one.